Mom's words bring me back to the present with a guilty twinge. I haven't really been focusing on the shop. I've been focusing on Ryan. It's fine, I say automatically. All good. Ned sent me an email. He said you're having your first meeting tomorrow? That's right. Everything is going okay with Jake and Nicole? He asked me around to tell her about Nicole's yoga plans, but no, it would worry her. But I'll sort it myself. Everything's fine, I say reassuringly. Couldn't be better. We talked for a bit longer. Then Mom says she'd better go, and I head back to the bar, biting my lip. Now that Ryan's future is sorted, we need to give some attention to the shop. Ryan's still holding court at the bar and doesn't notice me at first. I wait until there's a lull in the conversation, and then tap him on the arm. Oh, hi, he exclaims, turning toward me. Come and meet these guys. No, actually, if you don't mind. Uh, I'm going to slip away. I add apologetically. What is it, an apology to say? You said no rudely in the first place. You can't apologize after that. You already were rude. No, I'm gonna slip away. Like, of course you slip away, but that's kind of cringe, bro. Like, no, just say no, thank you, but no, actually, if you don't mind. Like, what is he gonna like get mad or you're provoking him? Basically, you're saying no, actually, like as a matter of factly, like you have no opinion of what he's saying. It matters, whatever though. It's the first big family meeting about the shop tomorrow. I want to prepare some stuff. Okay, says Ryan, nodding. Fair enough. See you later then. I squeeze his arm. Have fun. Later, stares at me blankly. What do you mean, later? Well, I thought you'd be coming back to mine, I say blankly. Fixie. Ryan exhales with an astonished laugh. Fixie, what are you saying? That we should move in together? For a moment I can't speak. His words don't compute in my mind. Is he joking? Of course I think we should move in together. We were just talking about moving in together, but now he's sounding incredulous. I stare at him dumbly, wondering if I misheard. Ryan sighs and pulls me aside, away from the group. This is great. You and me? He says gently, pointing from his chest to mine and back again. It's lovely. But moving in together would be the worst thing we could do. We need to take things slowly, step by step. Words are scrambling in my brain. Nothing makes sense, but your text, I say stupidly. My text? About the future, just now I asked you and you said, I phoned from my phone so I could read out the words exactly. You said, totally awesome, let's make it happen soon. Well, yeah, he said. He laughs. I do want to be boss soon. Boss? Boss? Oh my god, I'm frozen in utter dismay as realization hits. He was replying to that text? Oh my gosh. I might have thinner arms now, man. I can see my arms are weaker nowadays. It doesn't look right. It doesn't sit right with me. I am almost 26 though. Reverting back to my less muscular self. Still though, it's kind of disappointing to see it. Remember though, right? But my other text I man is trying to sound light. What did you think? Trying to sound light. What, you don't sound light? Yeah. Grab a middle or whatever, light. What other text? He looks puzzled. The last text I got from you was about being the boss. Why? What did you say? You didn't get any text? All of my blissful happiness is based on a misunderstanding? What did you say? Asked Ryan again, and my stomach lurches in horror. He cannot know what I said. Nothing! My voice finally bursts out in a desperate squeak. No, I didn't say anything. Nothing. Doesn't matter. My head is boiling. I think I want to die. I mean, you do get my point, says Ryan kindly. We've only been together for like 5 minutes. It would be ridiculous to move in together. Wouldn't it? You know, it's a little pushy, isn't it? Too much! Too quick! Calm the fuck down, man. Maybe a week. But 7 minutes? Alright, calm down. I still haven't picked up all the stuff yet. Really? I mean, you don't know him like that, though. I mean, you might think you're close friends, but someone else might see it differently. Just like me and a girl I like. I love this girl. I thought she loved me, but she only liked me. It's different, you know? It's like, you build these special memories, but it isn't meant to be sometimes. You can't force it to be what you wish it was. As much as you'd like it to be that way, right? Okay. Nothing, my voice finally burst out in a desperate squeak. No, I didn't say anything. Nothing. Doesn't matter. I just bowling. I think I wanted to. I mean, you do get the point, as Brian Klein. We only been together for like 5 minutes. It would be ridiculous to move it together. God, yes, ridiculous. I emit a shrill, fake laugh. Believe me, moving in together is the last thing I want. Alright, now you're pushing it to be something stupid now. You saying, oh, I want to be with you, but I also don't. Shut up. Come on, you said it already. Hey, what are you looking at, dog? Stop staring at me, huh? What, you need something from me, huh? Like hearing me talk and then you want to bother me? Leave me alone, man. I want to try to read. Chill. What is it? Alright, you want me to pet you, but I won't because you're mean. Alright? Uh, the last. Although, you did say you wished I'd come back with you to LA, I added, before I can stop myself. Damn, you really went that far to say that, didn't you? She didn't forget, did she, this girl? Gold diggers don't forget they want to go to LA. You know, I'm just kidding. Not about the gold digging, but it's just funny. And this girl's thinking, and she's like, before I could stop myself, but I did it anyway. But I didn't want to stop myself. Shut up. You're in denial. You said it on purpose. Why would you say it in the first place? All right. Ryan looks utterly astonished. Fixie, LA is. He breaks off as though he can't even find a word for what LA is. Look, Fixie. He faces me straight on. I want to take us seriously. Seriously. So do I say, feeling totally confused. So we take it little by little. Yeah. He squints at his phone. Hang on, some texts are coming in now. Are they the ones you sent before? No, they're arriving now. Don't read those. My voice shoots up even higher in panic. There's nothing. I was just randomly chatting. It was boring. Actually, why don't I delete them? All right, here we go. Let's see if there's magic here. Oh, no. My heart thumping, I grabbed Brian's phone out of his hand. Ignoring his startled look, I started frantically pressing delete. I'm cringing as I read my own words. Where are you going to live now that you have a job? Because deleted. Ryan, this is the beginning of something amazing. Deleted. New life. You and me. Deleted. I'm so happy. Deleted. Girls and their emotions, and they're hiding them. Oh my god. That's why I don't talk to them. If you can't be up front, there's no point from there. And my hair looks like a Vaporeon today. Got the spike here, got the spike here, got the spike here. Alright. And I'm wearing blue. But hey, isn't that the look I'm always going for? Kind of awkward that I like being a Vaporeon. So must have been breathable. Alright, let's keep reading, alright? Deleted, and all emojis deleted, all gone. As I hand Ryan his phone back, I smile as brightly as I can. But I'm kind of crushed. I mean, he's right. Of course he's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Long term, it's more sensible to think things slowly. It's just, he's irresistible. Blah, 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 yada, yada. I like looking at him. I like his muscle. Look at how charming he is. What? Cringe. And then there's another guy like, oh, let's take things slow. I don't want to move in with you yet. But I never will. But Ryan can have me every night. Oh, hell yeah. He doesn't even have to work for it. Rent free. Ryan and me. He doesn't even care. He's like, let's take it slow, baby. I'm Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be boss. I don't want to be your boss. Get what I mean, baby? In your house, the only Fortnite moves we're going to be doing is the floss. Because I got the sauce. What? I don't know. Fortnite. Fort dead. Dead inside with this girl, bro. She's like trying to manipulate Ryan into being in her house and loving her real quick off the bat. Like, oh my gosh. And they say men are manipulative. No. You're trying to house trap him and nest trap him. Like, you know what I mean? Nester or some shit. That's like, you just want everything you want, but nothing else matters to you. Like, that makes me creeped out, you know? Whatever, though. It's just, I mean, you can't help wishing for things, can you? She takes the phone out of his hand. That's weird to me, dude. Like, and he let her, too. Like, what is this? Why would he let her in the first place? Isn't he taller and stronger and he can just read it? Why do her feelings matter so much in this fucking part of the story? Like, why can't he just keep reading the messages without her interference? He just grabbed them and, like, what, so? It's his phone. She can't just take it. I mean, they're friends, but he doesn't owe her anything. Or he doesn't owe her, he doesn't owe him anything. And she doesn't, like, her friend, too. And, like, it's like, works both ways. You don't just take his phone without him letting you like that. It's like, what? This is not a plot that's realistic. I don't think any guy worth his medal is going to let some random girl out of nowhere just take his phone. Why would he let some intel that could be useful to him knowing or someone just grabbing something without him reading what it could have been so that he knows he's safe. That's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you're gonna hide something from someone, that's not right. Like I would never be with someone who does this, like especially in front of your face, hiding it and like not letting you know what's going on. Like so, that's awkward, dude. Like this story makes no sense to me. I don't like the basis already right here. This is the exact point where I'm like, nope, I cannot like this story. No matter how much you try to paint it to me. Because when Rice Gum did it to Gabby Hanna, they said he hit her when he just smashed her phone. Odell with the spike moves. When Ronaldo does it to a little kid, Ronaldo's a criminal. But when this girl snatches someone's phone, there's no problem with it. Maybe she didn't break it, but she could have. Well, she definitely deleted sensitive text. That's about as good as you making your phone useless. In my eyes. Sure, it's not the same thing. But I'm as petty as that gets. So you don't do that to someone's phone. You just don't. Leave their shit alone. As long as you don't want to get caught doing it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? Let's move on. It's just, I mean, you can't help wishing for things, can you? So I'll see you sometime. I try to force myself to something light and casual. As if I don't mind when I see him at all. As if it's no big deal. Then why do you act like so obsessed with him? It creeps me the fuck out, man. Like, I would never, like a girl, like a pick-me girl like this. Like, oh, well, if my time lets me go and see you at Starbucks, maybe get a coffee, keep it light, keep it nice and cool and crisp, but then I want to fuck your brains out behind the scenes, but then lie about it and not make a scene about it. And then when we have kids, we're not going to let them be raised in public. You're not going to get to raise them. You're going to drive him to work, school every day, but you're not going to get any pussy. You're going to die sad and miserable while I get all the bank and you die like a little bitch. And I fuck someone new while your kid gets to suck his dad's dick, and then he can raise him, and you don't get to talk to your kid. Like, you see where I'm going with this? Because she's hiding things, texts. You don't do that. A relationship based on lies, Ryan not knowing how she feels, eventually she's gonna feel that way for some other man, and he's not gonna know about it, and then it's gonna go downhill from there. Like, why are you abusing the kid too? Like, the kid's gonna be fed like lies about certain things, and it's not gonna go well. Like, it's not a good dynamic for any future investors of this situation. The ego, the pride of a lot of women sometimes, when, no offense, I'm not a misogynist, but women have more like pride. And it's annoying to me because it's like, yeah, sure, you get a lot of pretty results, but guess what? It doesn't mean that you have an ethical code to getting them like that. You know? And it's not a self-fulfilling prophecy. Some women have decent standards. They're dainty. They're very clean, very finished. They do things very well and right and correctly and true. But just because someone insults your pride or ego or feelings doesn't mean that you get to walk all over them and steal their phone and delete text and hide some bullshit you're covering up, man. That's not right to me. Why would you want to be in someone's life like that? I mean, that's fake as fuck, dude. Let's move on, though. As if perhaps we won't even bother to see each other at all. Well, then, why the fuck do you care so much, bro? Alright? Stop worrying about it. Like, bragging about it. Like, fuck you, man. Like, you don't see each other. Then fucking leave him alone, then. Why are you stalking him so much? You're the one who wants to live with him, creep. You took pictures of him shirtless while he was playing a sport. Like, who does that shit? Like, don't you ask first? At least tell them they're hot first before you make these creep moves on them. Like, at least let them know. Damn, Shawty, looking fine. At least you're, like, honest about it. They can be creeped out. Then they'll know to walk away from you because you're a creep. You don't just get a snap free pics. That's just creepy, dude. I don't like photographers for that reason. Photography is good for catching criminals, but it's also not good for private sensibility. Like, it's not about feelings at that point. It's about personal space and boundaries. It's like someone trying to take a picture of you and sell it online. Use your likeness as a meme or some shit. You don't do that. And these people think they just get away with it because it's not in their code of ethics, you know? Nevertheless, let's leave it at that, right? I'll text you, says Ryan. We'll get together soon. Thanks for today, babe. He gives me lightly and I hesitate because he knows exactly what you're doing. You're hiding something from him. I'm desperate to stay, but I've already said I'm leaving. and it would seem uncool to change my mind. I pick up my flowers as I walk out the bar and decide I will find 5 positive things about the situation. He still wants to be with me. He didn't see my mortifying text. He bought me flowers. Well, anyway, 3 is plenty. Plenty. You sure I didn't see your text? You sure he still wants to be with you? He bought you flowers, but for what reason? Bingo. Well, I guess I should read chapter 11 at least, too. I haven't read it in a while. How long is it, though? It feels longer. Ugh. That's a long-ass chapter. Well, let's get on with it. 11. Uncle Ned has booked a table at a restaurant for our meeting. It's a place called Rules in Covent Garden. All red plush and dark wood and food like oysters and venison. As I read the menu, I can't help gasping inwardly at the prices. I'd go there too if I had the money. Good shit. All right, then. Wow, I say. It's quite grand. We normally have meetings at the shop, then Mom brings sandwiches. Your mother likes to play things down, says Uncle Ned kindly. It's her little affectation. But what I say is, if you mean business, then mean business. He lifts his gin and tonic in a toasting gesture. Right, I say after a pause, because I don't want to start the evening off by arguing. But I don't get it at all. Why have we come to some luxury restaurant just to talk about the shop? My motto would be, if you mean business, and spend your money on the business, not on expensive meals. Fixie is kind of like, ouch. Fixie's kind of cheap, but she's right. It makes sense. It's called being. She's fixated on being cheap, but still, she's smart. That's actually smart. You don't just waste money. Like, I'd rather eat this soup all day. This soup. Chicken finger soup with pasta noodles and shit. Hey, it's not great or anything, but it still feeds you as well as oysters and deer meat. It doesn't matter what you eat or the price tag on it. What matters is just food at the end of the day. All right. Jake and Nicole seem happy enough. Though ordering pate and even lobster. When we've all ordered, Uncle Ned clears his throat in a grandiose way and says, before we begin on this little joint endeavor, please be assured I am merely here to facilitate. Facilitate? Do you see? He looks around with slightly bloodshot eyes. You wouldn't want to list into an old buffer like me. That's understood. I'm simply here to make sure you don't run the ship aground. Oh, the Chabalis, I think? Yeah, to the wine waiter. Then turns to Jake. By the way, I take it you have a company credit card on you? Oh, absolutely, says Jake at once. I'll sort it out. All on the company. Good lad, says Uncle Ned, taking a gulp of his gin and tonic. Good lad. Now, as I say, I'm here to help. To listen, to advise. To drink gin at our expense, I think. Oh, come on, bruh. Can you stop being so petty? What's her name? Fixie. Fixie's like, I'm petty. But Fixie, damn, she's petty with a fucking breathing petty. That kind of petty. Like, I'm more annoying. Like, I'm more deadly as in, like, being a dickhead. But Fixie's more annoyingly petty as she breathes petty. It's like, bro, I can... Like, imagine being with a girl like that. I fucking flip out. Like, I mean, I've known a girl. I used to talk to her. I liked her. She was petty, but not like this. Like, her petty is like Fixie literally breathes it as like it's a reflex for her to be petty. Like, it's different. This girl, she enjoyed being petty, but she didn't breathe being petty. You know what I mean? It's different. Like, you can stand that one, but the other one, oh no. Well, the other one's almost like that too. It's definitely not in the same league. It's petty. Petty, wop. Hey. Let me just get back to it. Let me eat some cereal, too. Need some sugar in my diet, too. If not, I will go insane, like you. Alright. I drink milk bottles out of shoes. I'm just kidding. But guess what? I still get me, too. I don't care. I have nothing to do with you. Just cough in my throat, like you. Alright, let's go. Read the book. Chapter or 2. Alright, let's sit down. Let me read to you. Alright. To drink gin at our expense, I think, but then immediately feel bad. Mom trusts Uncle Ned, so I should really try to as well. He negotiated the least, I remind myself. He must have a good business head. Be open minded. Right, well, why don't I start, says Jake briskly. I have a lot of ideas for the shop. I have a lot of ideas too, chimes in Nicole at once. Loads. I mean, it can't stay as it is, adds Jake. Definitely not, affirms Nicole. I look at them both, disconcerted. Does the shop need changing that much? It's a healthy business. Mom left us in charge to run it, not to transform it. I don't have that many ideas, I say. I mean, I have a few. Well, let's listen to your few, Pixie, says Uncle Ned in generous tones. Let's get those out of the way, as if were. That is patronizing, but hey, you were a dick to him, so he's not going to be that nice to you. That's kind of how I treat my cousin. I don't like her. I'm like, sure, why not? Let's get this over with, but let's just live it quick, yeah, shall we? It's like getting a blowjob from a girl you don't like. It's like, oh, I'm gonna come, but I'm not gonna like that shit that much. It's kind of like how what's his face? Ryan treats Fixie right now. He's like, I want to be the boss of the company. I'm not really in love with it. Let's take it slow, baby, a little bit. I'm like sunglasses on, casual girl date. There's romantic. Like it sounds like a fuckboy casual date. You know what I mean? It's not like you're fully invested yet. You're not like into that steam. Like, all right, let's just get on with this book, okay? Out of the way. He sounded so patronizing. I want to retort. Cry about it, bro. And you don't like that a man tells you get it out of the way. Like that's the thing you don't like. Also, because I wouldn't get offended. I feel like I'm a brat, right? I'm a small man. And if someone says get your shit out of the way, I'll be like, okay, sure, I'm still a man, bro. Get mad at me, but I'm not gonna be flipping out and get it out of the way. Maybe you're a nuisance to him. Maybe you think you're not a nuisance. Maybe you think you're stronger than him and you're not. And he's just gonna tell you what it is. Sounds so patronizing. How is he patronizing? He's just telling you get it out of the way. You're kind of an annoying cunt. I can see that from here. Whatever. Though. One good idea is worth 100 bad ones. Bitch, please. Like dead ass girls think like putting a pretty bow on prostitution is a fucking great thing to do. Like, oh yeah, you're such a lavish, sultry beauty, aren't you? Look, I'm gonna drink the soup. Mmm. Head ass. The soap is a little sour, but hey, it's fine. It doesn't matter. What matters is they're drinking that shit. This L loser. Devil horns. Oh, I worship that. That's how I got my Gucci bags. Huh? Let me take this cash and clout and walk away. Girlfriend. Girl power. Chic. Fetch. No, chic thing. Like, oh my god. And then say, well, we're fuckboys. At least we got it. Girl, I got her. Oh, you don't. I know. It's not like that. It's basically we worked and worked and worked 3 days without sleeping. 3 decades in a row to get to what we wanted, which is you. And yet you're like, oh, you think we went about it wrong? Maybe we had to be desperate because there was nothing for us to grab onto. You can do whatever the fuck you want. People will clap. They might not give everyone equal pay. Never said it was fair, though. But did they even give us equal pay? That's the same thing. What matters is we invest into our future. And you're calling us F-boys because we did it a weird way. We're not abusing or manipulating assholes. I don't like men who, betray women, treat them like dog trash. Or women who have a really high, promiscuity rate. Like, they'll leave you for dead. Cheat on you. It's like, it goes both ways. But, like, the women, they will treat you as a sacrifice. Like, they literally leave you. Like, it doesn't matter. Yet you're the one who's like, oh, at least I got a baddie. No. It's not like that. I'm like, I'm glad I have you, but you're also all losable at all times. Not just men as well. Men as well. But let's be honest. Men aren't the ones not chasing women, right? And that's just my bread and butter argument right here. And even if they are, I mean, we really aren't like F-boys like that. I don't think so. Like, I mean, I'm really bad at it. I'm not like that. I'd be happy to have a woman by my side. I'm not like, bragging about it. Like, what's wrong with bragging if someone's trying to take something from you? Why wouldn't you be happy to hold her in your arms? Like, why not brag? If it's a humble brag, you do it all the time when you win a game online. You're saying you're not carried by guys. You get to brag, but why don't I get to brag when I hold you in my arms, huh? Why do I have to hide you You don't hide me. You hide me, but I don't get to hide you. But you get to not hide me, but I get to not hide you. And I don't get to hide you. I get to hide you, but you don't get to hide me. You get to hide me. You know what? You get to hide me, but I don't. I get to hide you, not to hide you. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's like a double standard. Like you choose to hide me, like I don't hide you. Whatever though. Let's not get into that shit. It's getting hectic and pisses me off. Like it's like why waste my time taking that time out of my day? And the front page is starting to break apart. Like, yeah, bad things are bad, but we weigh them out. Uh, Practically, or at least blow them away with a very really impressive speech. Can you calm down? What is this, a rally for some sort of political presidential candidacy choosing debate speech? Calm down, man. That's why I don't like English culture like Fixie. Fixie's kind of fixated on being the English girl is always right, fixing like all the things. I'm not even a Zelda fan with Christian values. Like they're very, 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 very grabby and straightforward. It's like I don't care. You know what I mean? You do you. But why do I have to care about your opinion, only your opinion, every single time, just because you're the protagonist? That's weird. I don't like those kind of stories, and this is exactly one of those. Pretty much like that. I don't care if it's a girl or a guy protagonist, right? That's not what I'm getting at here. Because see, I'm not a misogynist. I appreciate my mom's cooking, even if it's sour. Alright. But it's happening to me again. The sight of Jake rolling his eyes at Nicole is snapping my confidence. The ravens are flapping, my lips are trembling. As I open my mouth, my lungs seem to be working at full capacity. My voice is tiny and uncertain. See, you have some sort of mental problem or some shit. Like you can't explain yourself, but you want to like be a provocateur and like talk down on people's and shit. Not talk down, but just like walk them down, like the song fame NF right famous something. Did I get his name? Walk them down. Famous Chopper or something like that. It's like, bro, you can't talk publicly if you can't speak in the first place, right? Like correctly, like you can't just get things done if you're gonna crack and fall out like that, right? I think we could streamline the dock, maybe get rid of the leisure section. I add hesitantly and confectionery. We only stock licorice, all sorts. It makes no sense. Dad and I were the only ones who ever liked licorice, all sorts. We used to call. He's always used to say. He's used to say. I wait to see if Nicole is going to continue. Then, as it's plain that she's not, I take a deep breath and resume. Did your sister have Down syndrome or some shit? This story creeps me the fuck out, man. Don't you say she has a mental disease? Does the blood flow to your relatives' heads or some shit? Even you're fucking weird. Like, what is this? Only you are fucking egos. God damn, bro. I think we should lose hardware too. I know Dad loved all those sections, but they're looking out of date and they're the poorest performers. It's funny, the guy who left the cocaine on the fucking shelf is the most rational person in the story, beginning of the story. Actually, these guys are just like dumbed down exaggerations of fucking weird characters you see on the streets arguing about shit. Whatever. I think we should focus on kitchenware and craft. Customers love gadgets, they love advising each other and sharing their results. Everyone knows they can trust bars. I'm going to make that our message. You can trust bars. The confidence is building as I talk. My list is growing stronger. I'm actually enjoying sharing my thoughts. You know, Vanessa, the customer who wears the big red back? I'll continue well. She recently won some big baking competition, and all her equipment was from bars. Came straight round to tell Mom. It was brilliant, and baking is a growing market. I have some figures if you want to look. I get out the page research I printed last night and put it on the table. Yeah, she's just smarty pants, huh? Only we can capitalize on this, but we need to stay on top of it. We need to follow all the TV cooking shows. Reminds you of a certain girl I used to know. Maybe an ex, maybe not. Who knows? No shade though. My hair's already shady enough. It's black. You know what I'm saying? Alright, cool. Capitalism. That's the word she would use. Capitalism, baby. We need to follow all the TV cookery shows. Offer exactly the right equipment at the right. I should be saying right. I bet you the next word is right. Right time. There you go. The stock should be refreshed more often. The box sit on the shelves for years. You gotta stop that. Yeah, duh. Mark on your shop etiquette. I'm hoping some of these ideas might spark comment, but no one's word looks my research. Hey, I relate to that too. Guess what? You gotta get over it and deal with it. Just walk them down, man. Just walk around them and keep going, grinding, and not care about what they say, because they're not gonna be the ones to save you. Your relatives just want their own ego fixed so they can get boosts on their sales with what they want. It's like different fronts of gangs. You're not gonna get what you want from each. You're gonna get at most a compromise. You know it. Nothing's gonna stick because no one's gonna want to make it stick with you. I used to know a Mexican guy who I would say, "Yo, is this cool?" Right? No, he would be staring at me like, or be like, "Huh? What?" He'd be like, "No." So I'd be like, "Okay, sure." You know it's all right, but you're not gonna say it. You're just gonna use what I said later on as though it didn't mean anything. Like, oh yeah, it's pretty hype, isn't it? But I just said that to you, dick shit. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I don't talk to people for that reason. Like, you don't get involved in these people's mindsets because they're just gonna lie and say they didn't hear you and shit. Like, fuck them. Anyway, I continue undeterred. I think we should focus on our core values and build on the best qualities at FARS. Trustworthiness, value. Like, I got anyone's listening. That's even better. Like, fuck them. Let them kill themselves by listening to you. That's what I mean. Like, at least they die, right? Because fuck them, bro. They're trying to kill you with their pessimisms and, like, not giving the shits. Might as well send them to the shit themselves, you know? And if they don't, like, fight them, then fuck it. But you go swinging, bro. You don't just let them shut you the fuck up. You know what I mean? And that's how life is. Keep talking it because you gotta keep talking it. Walk them down because you gotta walk them down one day, you know? Eventually, the wolves catch the prey they hunt. You know what I mean? You keep hunting, you'll find what you're looking for to hunt them. Because that's how it's gotta be, man. Just keep lying in your face. Eventually, you gotta swing at them. Because they're gonna take you out if you don't do it. You're gonna keep being like, oh, are you gonna keep talking? Are you gonna keep asking me if it's nice? Maybe it is, but I'm gonna kill you because I don't want you to tell me how nice it is. Others like you don't get to tell them how nice it is. I get to tell them how nice it is. You know what I mean? People are just that petty and they breed this shit. She's petty. That guy was vindictive. You see, there's different things, but they're both intertwined, and they can do both if they want to. So you will definitely take advantage of that. Like some exes are petty, some are vindictive. Let's just leave it at that. And that's why Sims are running rampant in the world. But hey, let's not get into that bullshit. All right. Uh, hmm. Trustworthiness, value, practical help, all the things that Dad cared about, all the things that Mom is, all the things that we are. You know, people don't care about dads, moms, or we are national pride shit, like of their bloodline, right? You know, people aren't really that much into this kind of shit in the first place. You can see they're not warm Thanksgiving, Christmas people. I don't know. They're gonna probably be like, "Are you April Foolsing me right now with this friendly crap?" Like you're gonna be like, I'm embarrassing myself again." Because your family is kind of brain dead. They don't care about anything but their ego wallets and shit. Like they want Armani credit cards and shit, bank cards. Like, all right, enough. I look around the table, hoping I'll see the warmth I feel mirrored in my siblings' faces. Me could even lift the glass to our parents. Yeah, but people are like brain. They don't. Their brains don't spark on. The only reason Fixie is a redeeming character is because at least she values integrity, somewhat, and kind of. And she's also a liar in sense of the teeth, but she's not that bad. But she's like, they don't have the mind or the brain cells to think past their own livestock, if you will. When you mention something like out of their reach, they're like, I don't know, static, shuts off. Like, I do that too, if I'm unhealthy. A girl you like, then it motivates you. But a girl you don't like, you're not thinking about it. So static for the girl you don't like, and some static off for the girl you do like. You're listening, but you can't fully grasp it because it's not that's beyond your reach. The candle's not that bright in your brain. You know what I mean? And it's not because it's not working. Yes, it is. But it's your brain's not functioning because the candle's just not on. You know what I mean? You're like trying to get the mind in. It's like me. I keep falling asleep 8 hours more than I should every day, and my brain is not, always awake. So I can't get smarter if I'm not taking in more information. I can't get stronger. I can't get more sharp because I'm not able to get there. It's like erectile dysfunction. No matter how hard you want your dick to be, if it's not going to get up, if it's a pain, it's not going to get up. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Or if you want to be a ninja, you weren't born a ninja like me, you're going to be a tall, lanky guy, and there's nothing you can do about it, in a sense, for the most part. It's not like you can get a little stronger, but you can't really train yourself out of being a fucking lanky guy. It doesn't work. You can't break your bones that way. It's not possible. You were just born the way you were. And some people just don't have the capacities to do certain things, such as bench press, do math, be flexible. Not flexible. Yeah, just do athletic feats. Bench press and do math. Like, some people are actually good at math. Some people are very strong. Some people are good at reflex games, like video games. Shoot. You know what I mean? Building in Fortnite. I can't do it. Some people can. You see? Example right there. All right. I look around the table, hoping to see the warmth. I feel mirrored in my siblings' faces. Just because you feel something doesn't mean they will, right? Okay. Maybe we could even lift a glass to our parents, but Jake is frowning and Nicole looks lost in a daydream. Finished, says Jake as soon as I come to a halt. Well, yes, I say. What do you think? Honestly, says Jake. Yes, honestly. See, you're being sarcastic to Jake. He's already being sarcastic to you in the first place, though. He doesn't even care. And you act like you care, but you actually don't. Kind of like me. Fixie, we're both like sociopaths in that sense. I don't know what you're trying to say, but yeah. You're also acting like you care, but you actually don't. Kind of shallow, if you will. You're actually asking what do you think. You're asking him what he should think. You know what I mean? All right, let's just get on with it. Yes, honestly, I think G is that. This is exactly the problem. He puts a hand on to the. Could you think any smaller? Could you be any more parochial? Vanessa and her bloody red Mac, for fuck's sakes. He shakes his head incredulously. We need aspiration, high-end strategic partnerships with big brands. We already stock big brands, I point out. What, cake tints for oldbiddies.com? Says Jake scornfully. I'm talking lifestyle. I'm talking luxury. The whole place needs a bloody reboot. Now, we met a guy at Ascot last year. Works for Hannay Watches. I got his card. He's someone that we could do business with. I mean, we'd have to pull out all the stops to get the deal. Yeah, of course. If you want to get big, you got to invest big in it, in a sense. That's not a lie right there, though. That's for sure. Hannay Watches, I say this believingly. Are you joking? Don't they cost like £1,000? Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. This guy's kind of cuckoo, too. Let's just see where we're going. At least Fixie's more rounded and well-rounded in her statements. She's the only one who's sort of normal-ish in her grand scheme of things, but hey, at least Jay can think forwardly and want to invest high numbers. But the other girl, I think she's just not, her brain doesn't work at all. Nicole, she's daydreaming. What the fuck is that? We sell clocks, retorts Jake. It's a natural extension. He touched Uncle Ned. You wouldn't believe the margins. Jake, we sell kitchen clocks. I try to point out. None of them is above the £30 price point. But Jake isn't listening. He's pulling out a brochure out of his briefcase. Here's another guy I've been sweet-talking recently. That's kind of gay, but okay. You do got to sweet-talk. In England, it's like a kind of lush thing. It's posh. And the Italians bring it on. The Irish Greek fishermen sometimes. They sweet-talking and shit. The houseman, the layman. But yeah, in America they do that as well. He's another guy I've been sweet talking recently. He says, coming from Prague, we've had a few dinners. Sometimes they're from Eastern, yeah. We had a few dinners, went to the casino the other night. Work hard, play hard, eh? Puts your Uncle Nando with a chuckle. Oh my gosh. Kinda, you know what I mean. Manlish. But it is what it is. My mouth has fallen open a little. Casino. When Mom and I source new suppliers, it's a trade fairs or over at coffee in the back room, not at casinos. Yeah, they're not ethical gamblers, so yeah, you're right. Anyway, he owns a stationery company, says Jake importantly. High end, gilt edged, wonderful. I think if we did the right deal, we could become his exclusive West London stockist. Good work, applauds Uncle Ned. It's all about networking, eh, Jake? Damn, his uncle's kind of a douche, too. They don't see the downfalls of this gambling scheme. They do, but they don't want to acknowledge it in a sense. Trippy as fuck. This her family is kind of like mine. They play stupid with me. I flipped through the brochure, trying not to flinch. This is the weirdest stationery I've ever seen. There's a lot of gilded and bizarre colors and cards decorated with malevolent-looking mermaids. I can't see a single one of our customers wanting to buy this stuff. Mermaids? Like, what the fuck? What is this, Playboy? Weirder. Can I get weirder than that? Jake, I say, our customers like jolly cards with jokes on them, or Cath kits and note cards. They're practical, sensible. Oh my gosh, here we go. Well, maybe your customer demographic can change as well, but still, it's kind of awkward. Mermaids instead of Christmas cards, that's true. The two waiters are approaching our table with plates, and Jake breaks off. He sneaks out his knife and scowls at me, and I feel my confidence ebbing away. Why are you so insecure around your brother? Wait, that's the... Whoa, I skipped the page. They're practical, sensible. Exactly, he erupts in frustration. That's the problem. Our customers are the problem? I stare at him. London is full of glamorous, rich, international spenders, Jake says, almost fiercely. Financiers, lawyers, hedgies. Why aren't they in FARS? Actually, Vanessa's a high court judge, I tell him, but he's not listening. We need to move with the times, he says technically. London is a city of international playboy. That's who we need to attract. International playboys. Why not? It makes you money, right? I mean, I'd do it if I had to do it. Not gambling wise, but you also have to attract a certain demographic to come to your store if you really want to make high end moves, don't you? But hey, as far as a fixie, it's smart for, low end projects. Micromanagements, maybe. Minor drug petting. Just kidding. You know what I mean? Like the low end of the run, but you need to like hyper expand on the top, no? That's the thing. But let's see when they move forward with this. Hopefully, they come to a compromise somewhere along the line, but maybe not because Fixie has to have fires under control. If she doesn't, then Jake's gonna wind up crashing the whole company down. The drain, international playboys, the fuckboys, they'll come in and they'll ruin everything, and then the whole store will be run down and bankrupt and out of business and shit. All right, international playboys, like, geez, the way they say it makes it sound like they're saying fuckboys, dude. Just say it how it is, then. I don't know what to say. I have a sudden vision of a line of international playboys indulging a man of brows, shoots browsing our saucepans, and I bite my lip. See, that's the thing. You're objectifying men, but when they do it to women in a nice bikini, they're like, oh, this girl looks nice in the suntan with the lotion going on her thigh. You're now all of a sudden you're mad about it. Like, biting your lip. Shut up, bro. But I'm drooling too, but I'm not gonna write it in a book, man. Yeah, that's romance. So. We need to be forward thinking. Jake is declaiming. We need to turn ourselves around. I agree, says Nicole surprisingly. And we all turn to look at her. Damn, it's raining. It'd be more depressing reading a book, but that's the grind, Alright. Like my yoga, we need to start a mind, body, spirit area. She tells Uncle Ned. Oh, Uncle Ned's gonna be interested in that. You know what I mean, Holmes? Oh, for real. Alright, evening classes, and maybe like herbal. She raised off, and we all wait politely before we land. This is another drifty, unfinished Nicole sentence. Nicole, I say quickly, I know you mentioned this before, but I don't think it's practical. She talks to her like she's a child. I turn to Jake. Nicole wants to get rid of lots of stock so there's room for yoga classes. But we need that stock, so I think it's a good idea, Jake cuts across me. International playboys will be attracted to yoga. Alright, come on, bro. Just say fuck boys. Just say fuck boys. Because I'm not going to be going to yoga and looking at some ass. Just go to the beach. It's free. Or just talk to girls. Like, you don't need to go to yoga classes to get them to stretch. You get what I'm saying? Just pull out your wallet. It's not that hard. No, but just for reals, though. Yoga. Can you be any less subtle? I'm face palming, bro. What guy does yoga? Except for ninjas, flexible guys, who girls aren't necessarily attracted to, like me. Like, if a guy has an arm like this, then maybe he's gonna go to yoga. But why would I want to go to yoga when I want to work on my strength and not my fucking physical flexibility? Or physical sensibilities and breathing in chakras of gay bullshit, fucking scents and lavender oils, whatever the fragrance.
It has a nice scent.